You might want to sit down, because what Katt Williams just dropped on the world makes every Hollywood conspiracy look like a children's bedtime story. Forget the Illuminati, forget the clone talk you hear from those TikTok detectives at 3 a.m. Katt walked into the spotlight, lit a match, and burned the entire internet consciousness alive. And the name he dragged into the fire. Jamie Foxx, yes, that Jamie Foxx, the Oscar-winning, Grammy-snatched, comedy-killing, multi-talented icon the world swore was recovering quietly. But according to Katt, that man didn't just disappear into a hospital bed. He came out looking like a limited edition action figure straight off the factory line. Katt claims Jamie wasn't just healing, he was replaced, swapped, upgraded, cloned, and the way he said it. With that terrifying mix of comedy and truth-telling that makes you question your entire reality. Suddenly, everybody's whispering that the man walking around Hollywood right now might not be the same Jamie Foxx we grew up watching. The streets are buzzing. The blogs are foaming. Twitter is doing backflips without stretching first. And Katt, he's sipping tea like he didn't just spark the biggest celebrity identity crisis of the decade. If you think you've heard wild, buckle up. This story makes the Kardashians look boring. And the secrets behind it. They're about to get louder. The whole madness started the moment Katt Williams opened his mouth. And you already know, when Katt speaks, the universe listens, Hollywood panics, and someone somewhere starts packing a suitcase. He didn't just hint. He didn't imply. He didn't tiptoe around anything. He went straight for the jugular and said Jamie Foxx wasn't just recovering. He was replaced, switched out, swapped like a malfunctioning iPhone at the Apple Store. And the way he delivered the message? Calm, confident, and bothered. Like he had been waiting years to say it, the internet did what it does best, detonated instantly. Within minutes, people were comparing before and after photos like they were studying an ancient prophecy. Jamie's face looks too smooth. His smile is a little different. Why does his left eyebrow have a new personality? Meanwhile, conspiracy channels were screaming for joy like they finally got their Avengers moment. And in the center of all that digital hysteria was Katt Williams, quietly destroying Hollywood's PR department one syllable at a time. But to understand why Katt's claim hits so hard, you have to go back to the moment Jamie Foxx first vanished from the public eye. The day the headlines suddenly shifted from jokes and movie roles to medical emergency, undisclosed condition, and family requests privacy. Privacy is nice. Until Hollywood starts using it like duct tape to patch holes in a sinking boat. The streets knew something was off. The headlines were too vague. The timeline too blurry. It was like somebody turned real life into a glitchy live stream with missing frames. Then came the sightings. One day Jamie was in the hospital. The next, a mysterious report said he was awake and alert, followed by tabloid articles talking about him playing pickleball like he wasn't just fighting for his life. Pickleball? People don't go from medical emergencies to senior citizen sports overnight. Fans smelled something strange. Bloggers smelled a paycheck. And then, silence. Complete, eerie, press release-approved silence. Months later, Jamie resurfaced, sort of. A blurry video here. A carefully angled photo there. Sunglasses on. Hoodie pulled tight. Smiling, but not too hard. Speaking, but never too long. Every appearance looked like someone trying to pretend everything was normal while absolutely nothing was normal. Even fans were like, why he acting like he's in witness protection? Blink twice if you're the real Jamie. Hollywood thought it could get away with the mystery. They really believed people would shrug, say prayers up, and move on. But they didn't count on Katt Williams, the one man who can look straight into the camera and tell a truth so outrageous, it loops back around to feeling believable. And Katt didn't just suggest something shady was happening. He declared it like he's been sitting on evidence the government misplaced. According to Katt, Jamie Foxx's hiatus was no accident. He hinted at backroom deals, secret hospital wings, and marked hallways, and decisions made by people who treat celebrities like chess pieces. He spoke like someone who's watched too much, survived too much, and is done pretending the industry is a playground of positivity and teamwork. And when Katt talks about them Hollywood folks, everyone knows he's not talking about stylists and makeup artists. He's talking about the puppet masters, the shadowy machine behind the machine. Katt claimed Jamie wasn't just sick. He was silenced, hidden, replaced with someone who looks like Jamie Foxx, talks like Jamie Foxx, but moves just differently enough to trigger the something's off alarm in people who pay attention. And if you think that's crazy, the internet definitely didn't. They ate it up like it was a new Netflix series. Suddenly, every podcast became an investigative unit. Every TikTok user turned into a decoding expert with dramatic music and blurry screenshots. People were analyzing Jamie's new voice tone, his walking posture, the way he waved at cameras. The real Jamie waves faster. The clone Jamie's head tilts differently. The theories were coming out faster than Kris Jenner launching a new scandal. But the moment everything truly exploded was the leaked message. Someone claiming to work in a very specific hospital posted a cryptic note online. No names, no details. Just one haunting sentence. Not everything that leaves this place is the same as what came in. People lost their minds instantly. It fed the conspiracy like gasoline thrown onto a bonfire. Fans took screenshots, circled words, analyzed punctuation marks like they were looking for hidden codes. Suddenly, Jamie's entire recovery timeline started looking like a puzzle that didn't want to solve itself. Meanwhile, Jamie's team kept trying to play it cool. They posted carefully framed videos of him saying he was okay, thanking fans, smiling gently like he was trying to ease the world's panic. But that didn't calm anybody down. If anything, it made the clone theories stronger. People online kept saying, he looks good, but not Jamie good. Something changed, and every time he released a new clip, comments filled with questions Hollywood refused to answer. Then came the biggest twist of all, the whisper that Jamie's medical emergency didn't just happen, but might have been connected to something deeper inside the industry. And we all know Hollywood secrets are never mild. They're messy, dark, and covered with a thick layer of don't ask questions. Katt implied Jamie saw something, heard something, or knew something that got him in trouble. Maybe too much trouble. The kind of trouble that makes powerful people panic. And if you think that's dramatic, you should have seen the reactions from other celebrities. Most stayed silent, but their silence spoke volumes. A few gave weird, uncomfortable answers when asked about Jamie. Some said they hadn't seen him in ages. Others said they didn't feel it was their place to speak. You know what that means in Hollywood. It means they saw something and are not trying to get Katt Williams out of the industry next. But the moment that sealed the entire conspiracy was Jamie's first big return appearance. People wanted excitement, reassurance, joy. Instead, they walked away confused. He looks healthy, but different. His energy is off. His smile doesn't hit the same. It didn't matter whether any of that was scientifically true. The vibe was off. And the internet always trusts the vibe more than the facts. And in that perfect storm of confusion, suspense, and unanswered questions, Katt Williams dropped a bomb. Jamie Foxx was replaced, and just like that, a standard Hollywood recovery turned into a full-blown clone conspiracy. A scandal bigger than a Marvel budget, and a mystery that refuses to die. And the next twist. It gets even wilder from here. The moment Katt Williams' claim hit the internet, it was like someone plugged the entire digital world into a power outlet with frayed wires. The shock spread everywhere. Memes started flying. Conspiracy pages took a shot of espresso, and Hollywood publicists started sweating through their designer shirts. This wasn't some rumor about a celebrity breakup. This was a full-scale identity crisis starring Jamie Foxx, the most charismatic man alive, or, according to Katt, the most charismatic replacement alive. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of them turned into chaotic classrooms where everyone thought they were the smartest kid. One corner insisted Jamie had been replaced by an AI-generated clone. Another group claimed scientists secretly built a new Jamie in a basement using leftover Wakanda technology. A third group swore the man walking around now was Jamie's long-lost twin finally getting his moment. And in the middle of the madness, people were still replaying Katt Williams' interview like it was scripture. What truly sent the story spiraling wasn't just the clone claim, it was the celebrity reactions. Hollywood started glitching like a bad Wi-Fi connection. Some celebs acted overly calm, almost robotic, saying things like, "Jamie's doing great." But their eyes were terrified, like they were blinking Morse code for "please don't ask me." Others avoided interviews altogether. And a few, the brave, the petty, or the clueless, posted cryptic comments like, "Hollywood ain't what it seems," or "Some of y'all not ready for the truth." And if you want to know what the public wasn't ready for, the memes, people started comparing old Jamie and new Jamie like they were judge and jury in a celebrity court case. One meme had side-by-side pictures titled Jamie Foxx and Jamie Fakes. Another showed Jamie smiling with the caption, "This smile feels downloaded." Someone even posted a video of a robot glitching next to a clip of Jamie blinking slowly. And the comments section turned into a digital riot. But while the memes were hilarious, the real fuel came from an alleged insider leak, a message claiming Jamie's medical crisis happened not because of health issues, but because he saw something he wasn't supposed to see. Something inside a hospital wing not accessible to the public. That phrasing alone had blogs foaming like they were rabid. Suddenly, people weren't just talking about clones, they were talking about secret labs, coded documents, and missing footage. To make everything messier, a new photo of Jamie surfaced. It was meant to calm fans down, but instead it made them lose their remaining brain cells. He looked good, too good. Perfect skin, perfect energy, perfect posture, perfect smile. The kind of perfect that raised eyebrows and accelerated conspiracy theories like someone just hit the snooze button in a Fast and Furious movie. He looks refreshed, people said. He looks regenerated, others whispered. He looks rebooted, one person tweeted, gaining 40,000 likes. Hollywood should have known better. When you hide information, the internet makes up the wildest possible version. And then the wild version becomes the real version because nobody trusts Hollywood more than a pack of raccoons trusts a trash can. And then came the real explosion. A podcast clip featuring a celebrity, not naming names, but someone who's known for speaking without thinking, said they didn't recognize Jamie the first time back. That was all the internet needed. That one sentence spread faster than a Kardashian scandal on a slow news week. People dug into every appearance Jamie made since his return. His voice tone, his body language, the way he greeted people. They treated each video like it was evidence in a murder trial. His energy changed, his timing feels different. He used to laugh bigger. Why is he wearing sunglasses indoors again? The craziest part, each rumor came with its own supporting proof. A fan posted a comparison video showing Jamie playing piano before his medical scare versus after. Suddenly, people thought the new Jamie played too smooth. Another clip compared his interview style from 10 years ago to now. And viewers said he sounded too calculated. It didn't matter if any of this was scientific. In the internet courtroom, vibes are stronger than facts. Meanwhile, Katt Williams doubled down. He didn't retract a thing. He didn't apologize. He didn't soften it. He started dropping little hints in interviews, reminding everyone that Hollywood has a long history of replacements. He mentioned people disappearing, people returning different, people being reset. Every hint was like dropping a match into a puddle of gasoline disguised as Instagram. Comments. The moment that pushed the story into this might be bigger than gossip territory was the appearance from an unnamed Hollywood insider who claimed Jamie's inner circle signed agreements they can't talk about. Agreements. The internet had a meltdown. TikTok detectives began filming videos in dim lighting whispering about NDAs, DNA swaps, and underground labs. Someone even claimed that Jamie's haircut looked too perfect, suggesting barbers were involved in the clone cover-up. Then came the interview clip that nobody was prepared for. A former co-star of Jamie said, "He's back, but he's not." The same, the internet erupted. That clip was replayed, slowed down, deep-dived, and dissected like it contained a code to unlock Area 51. The co-star tried to backtrack the next day, saying they meant energetically different. but the damage was done. The conspiracy grew legs, arms, and six-pack abs. Even random citizens started adding fuel. A woman claimed she saw Jamie at a restaurant and his aura felt updated. Another said she met him once in 2015. And this new version doesn't match the energy. These weren't statements anymore, these were testimonies in a public investigation nobody ordered but everyone joined. Hollywood tried damage control. They posted polished videos of Jamie smiling, moving, laughing. But the comments section was merciless. He looks programmed. He laughs to light now. Why does his face shine like he came fresh from the factory? That's not Jamie, that's James Foe. And just when the chaos reached boiling point, a new leak dropped, allegedly from inside a hospital. A chilling message. What people think happened and what actually happened are not the same thing. The internet ignited again. People started saying Jamie's medical stay wasn't a recovery, it was a reconstruction. Hollywood stayed silent. The story kept growing. And the truth, it didn't matter anymore. The conspiracy had become its own monster. And Katt Williams sat on the throne like the ringmaster of the wildest Hollywood circus ever created. But trust me, the aftermath gets even crazier. Because once the clone rumor hit its peak, Jamie's entire reputation shifted. Hollywood started acting weird. And the public? They don't forget. Let's go deeper. The aftermath is where the story truly goes off the rails. As the clone rumors reached their peak, the entire entertainment industry started acting like someone unplugged the simulation mid-update. Celebrities walked red carpets with stiff smiles, answering questions about Jamie Foxx like they were defusing bombs. Fans weren't buying a single polished word. Hollywood kept saying Jamie is fine, but the public heard. Please stop asking before men in suits show up. The atmosphere around the entire situation felt like static electricity. Everyone could feel something was off, but nobody wanted to be the one to touch the doorknob. Jamie himself didn't help. Every time he popped up in public, he moved like a man who knew millions of people were silently studying his every blink. People weren't greeting him with excitement anymore. They were watching him like he was a rare lab experiment that just escaped its cage. When he laughed, people replayed it 3 times to compare it to old Jamie's laugh pattern. When he walked, people analyzed his posture like forensic experts. Hollywood stars don't usually get examined this hard, unless they publicly implode on Instagram. But Jamie was being treated like an unfolding mystery. Then came the moment that made the clone conspiracy turn legendary. A fan posted a video claiming Jamie didn't recognize them, even though they had met him twice before. The video blew up instantly. One clip showed Jamie smiling vaguely. Another showed him apologizing politely. The fan insisted the old Jamie used to remember faces perfectly. They claimed Jamie's essence wasn't the same. The comment section exploded into a spiritual war zone. Clones don't have memory, someone wrote. Another said, that's not him. That's a reboot. Whether true or not didn't matter. It fed the fire. And the fire loved it. Hollywood insiders started whispering that Jamie's return created tension behind closed doors. Some people reportedly didn't want to work with him until they knew what was going on. Others were scared to say anything publicly because the situation felt too strange, too tightly controlled, too unpredictable. Even comedians, the bravest, pettiest species on Earth, stayed mostly silent. And when comedians avoid a joke, you know the topic is radioactive. Meanwhile, the press pretended everything was normal, writing shiny headlines about Jamie's inspiring comeback. But the audiences weren't eating the PR salad. They had tasted the chaos steak, and they wanted more. Every new Jamie appearance made the conspiracy feel alive. It wasn't fading. It was evolving. It was adapting. Now people started saying there were multiple Jamies. A TikTok user posted a breakdown claiming one Jamie had a sharper jawline while another had a softer voice. This is clone number 2, someone said. Clone 3 is taller, another replied. This wasn't a theory anymore. It was FANDOM. Then came the strangest twist. Jamie Foxx's projects started rolling out again. Movies, shows, collaborations. But instead of silencing the rumors, every new announcement made fans side-eye harder. Some claimed his acting style had changed. Others said his vocal tone sounded more rehearsed. A few even analyzed his interviews and said he answered questions too carefully, like a man following pre-programmed scripts. Every performance became evidence. Every gesture became data. Every smile became suspicious. And through it all, Katt Williams stayed silent, the loudest silence of his entire career. He didn't backtrack. He didn't clarify. He didn't apologize. He didn't soften his claims. He left the bomb on the table and walked away, letting Hollywood deal with the fallout. That silence was more powerful than 100 interviews because it made everyone wonder, did Katt know something real? Did he say too much? Did someone tell him to stop? The streets had their own theory. Katt opened the door, and Hollywood hasn't figured out how to close it. Even people who didn't believe the clone rumor admitted that the timeline around Jamie's illness, disappearance, and sudden recovery was bizarre. And humans fear the bizarre more than the dangerous. When people feel like they're missing information, they create their own. And the story they created about Jamie Foxx was far more interesting than anything Hollywood tried feeding the public. As the months passed, Jamie started addressing the incident more directly. He thanked fans. He spoke warmly. He shared gratitude. But the problem was timing. The clone theory had already grown into a digital monster with thousands of heads. His explanations felt like whispers compared to the internet's roar. Every time he talked, people said things like, "This sounds too perfect," or "He's reading off something." Jamie was stuck fighting shadows, and the shadows were winning. But the most dramatic twist came when a Hollywood producer hinted in an interview that Jamie's near-death experience changed him on a deep level. They meant it spiritually, but the internet twisted it instantly. People clipped the interview, slowed it down, added ominous music, and turned the producer's words into clone confirmation. The clip went viral. Fans captioned it, "Hollywood finally slipped." Now everyone was saying Jamie wasn't replaced by technology. He was replaced by trauma. That the man returning wasn't a clone, but someone who saw things so intense they changed him forever. A different kind of replacement, a psychological one. But the clone crowd didn't care. They had already made their decision. Jamie Foxx was one person to Hollywood. He was a completely different person to the internet. And nobody was bridging that gap. The real consequence wasn't jammed into headlines. It was woven into the public's perception. Jamie Foxx wasn't viewed as one of the greatest entertainers alive anymore. He was viewed as a mystery. A question, a glitz, a storyline, a man whose real identity was debated like a true crime case. And Katt Williams, he walked away as the undefeated champion of chaos. The man whose claims rewrote Hollywood conversations. The spark that set off an internet wildfire too big to put out. Because clone or not, real or not, replaced or not, one truth remained: Jamie Foxx came back different. And the world hasn't stopped talking since, and this Hollywood circus. It's nowhere near its final act, because the next scandal is already warming up backstage. Before you dive back into the digital madness trying to figure out whether Jamie Foxx is living his best life, living his second life, or living a life that Hollywood copy-pasted from a secret hard drive, do yourself a favor and stay locked in. Because stories like this don't calm down, they don't fade. They don't get resolved. They mutate, escalate, twist, and explode all over again when you least expect it. Especially when Katt Williams is somewhere out there sharpening his truth sword like a man preparing for another round of Hollywood demolition. So smash that like button like it owes you money. Hit subscribe like you're slapping a Hollywood clone check-in kiosk. Ring that notification bell so hard it starts filing HR complaints. Because on this channel, we don't wait for scandals. To make headlines, we grab them by the throat the moment they leak and break them down with more attitude than Katt Williams at 3 a.m. with a mic and something to expose. Drop your thoughts in the comments too. I want to hear your theory. Do you think Jamie Foxx was replaced? Do you think Hollywood covered something up? Do you think Katt Williams just woke up and chose chaos for breakfast with no milk? Or do you think the truth is even wilder than what we know? And don't be shy. The wildest theories usually end up the closest to reality when Hollywood is involved, because the scandals don't sleep, the secrets don't die, and the truth, it always leaks, usually at the worst possible moment. Stay tuned, stay suspicious, stay entertained. This is Scandal Spark, where every rumor has smoke and every mystery has fire.